This reminded me of history of the first 4 Georges, the Hanoverian kings of England, and their father-son problems. And I thought history might repeat itself in some way, but actually it does not, as it seems with William and Charles. But first things first. Charles always tried to be a good father. And if he succeeded, I don't know, maybe only his sons can judge. But he is for sure a fantastic grandfather. And as you can see, his grandchildren adore him. And he goes out of his way very often to be a loving and caring grandfather, and you really see that he adores his grandchildren. And I always think it's a shame that Archie and Lilibet are so far away, and that their parents even threaten the king that he might not see his grandchildren, his American grandchildren, in the future if he would continue to act as he does. This is really, really bad. And well, if Archie and Lilibet will one day thank their parents for that, I do doubt it. Well, let's start with Diana. You all know that Diana and Charles had a very, very turbulent marriage. There were lovers on both sides. There were scandal, there were bragging to media on both sides. And of course, there was Camilla. Now, Charles famously told Mr. Dimbleby in his famous interview that he resumed his relationship to Camilla after his marriage was completely destroyed. And Diana always doubted that. She always said that the relationship, the love between the two lasted from the beginning to the end. I don't know. I wasn't in the bedroom. I only know that from Tampax Gate, or what they call it, or Camilla Gate, that Charles and Camilla had a very, very strong sexual relationship. And but okay, that's for them. I don't mind. Lucky you. But of course, these talking to media was traumatizing for William and Harry. Harry never forgave his father, never forgave Camilla, and William was the more practical, and still is the more practical. He learned that after their mother's death, Camilla was a real supporter. She really gave their father strength. She caught him when he got one of his fits of anger. She really did him well, did him good, and she made him laugh. And you really see in the pictures there's a very, very deep love between the two of them. So Harry, and so he was quite surprised when his brother married first, and when he got 3 children and had a very happy relationship with his wife. And so he tried to become a part of this family and didn't make it. I think Harry always looked for a woman to be a substitute for his mom. And that is where all his relationship come into the picture, because he always seems to have asked a girlfriend. He was very fast in proposing, and the girls were always fast in saying, no, thank you, not you, not me, fine. And The only one who did not reject him was indeed Meghan Markle. And I think she was quite at the end of her very short acting career. And so this was the once in a lifetime opportunity. And she was really, really on the battlefield to get this man. And she did. And the way of keeping him by her side was to fuel his paranoia. That is, I'm no psychologist, but this is my opinion. But I didn't want to say too much about these two. I wanted to focus on William and Charles. Who was responsible for the William we see today? Whose education was it? I say it was the Queen, because when William was at Eton, so died, he's sneezing. Well, when William was at Eton, yes, his grandmother invited him over to Windsor Castle to have tea on the weekends, on Sundays mostly. And first, always Prince Philip was with them, and then he left the grandmother and the grandson together alone. And so William could open up to his grandmother, could share his problems, his thoughts, his ideas, his opinions, and she would transport to him her experience as a queen, as a ruler, as a grandmother, of course, and as a woman of long lives experience. And this is what she introduced to him and what she planted into him. So the William we see today, Van Cutsum got married to Miss Grosvenor, and the Van Cutsums were old friends of Charles and also Diana. And they did not like Camilla too much because they were, okay, Camilla's son Tom had some drug problems, and the Van Cutsums didn't want to have him around their kids, and that was what infuriated Camilla. And so there was quite a rift between the two parts, Camilla and the Van Cutsums. Now, the problem is that Charles is the godfather of the bridegroom and was, of course, invited to the wedding, as was William, Harry, and Camilla. But William would no to the invitation. What Charles actually did. He said he had no time, he had other engagements, and so he went, I think, to Cornwall or something and visited some army stuff. I don't know. Anyway, it was an appointment. He could have switched to another date if it came to the wedding of his godson, but actually he didn't. So this was quite a rift between the families, which is not out of the way until the very day, as far as I know. And okay, that's for that. Harry writes in his memoir that William told him to slow down when it came to Meghan Markle, and that he advised him not to get married so soon, but that he should get to know Meghan better, that he should take time, which Harry actually interpreted as, don't marry her, she's a divorced American. Yes, she was, and time will tell, but I think William was right, and yes, that's for that. So they both had a very, very strong physical fight over that, where Harry says William pushed him to the ground and he fell onto a food uh, thing for the dog, and it was all great shenanigan. But I think he shouldn't have written about that. He should left it between his brother and himself, and maybe solve problems between the two of them. I don't know what this should be good for. Maybe I'm just too old to appreciate these things, and I think what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas or so. I don't know. Okay, so they had all these fights, and Kate didn't get along too well with Meghan either. And so the two couples separated, and then, as we all know, Harry and Meghan went to the US of A. And meanwhile, we see in a lot of pictures, in a lot of media news clips, that Charles, Camilla, Harry, William, and Kate get along very well together. They do a lot of appointments together, and then somebody was needed to take over these charities, these engagements, and so William was asked by the Queen to do so, and he was really, really torn apart what to do. And in the end, finally, he made the decision that he was a prince, that he owed that to the crown, to his grandmother, and that one day he would be king, and he just accepted that this was what he had to do. And he did it. And this is something I think is really, really a great thing and a fantastic thing. And he is really, he's demonstrating, he's a role model. He's demonstrating that you put your personal wishes behind and you do what is asked of you, what is your job, what is your position, and you don't just pack your bags and run off. So I think this is the main difference between the brothers. Harry could have stayed in England, he could have done his duty, he could have been his brother's supporter, and everything would have been fine. And what did he do? He just ran away like a little boy saying, "Oh, I'm not the first. I'm just the spare. Oh, gosh." And this is, whoa, disgusting. You don't do that. And yes, so here we are at the end of this little film. I hope for the future, or my prediction for the future is that Harry will take part in the coronation. Meghan will be in a studio with the kids and will comment on the coronation. When everything's over and everybody's on the balcony except for Harry, Harry will move as fast as he can to the studio, and holding hands with his wife will also comment on the occasion. They will get a lot of money for that, and we all will be so, so happy to get all these insider informations from the two of them. Yes. Oh, coronation. I will go there. I will be in London at the coronation, and there will be a lot of great things to win. I will try to cover the feelings in London, the decorations, what the people think, and everything I can simply get. For you, I would really be happy if you would write in the comments if you had any suggestions, what I could do, what I could cover. If you want to win something special, I want the cup with the king on. Just tell me here. I would be glad if you did so. And of course, as my son reminded me, Um, I would be not only happy if you did comment here, but also if you clicked a like and if you would subscribe, because this is wonderful. If the channel grows and we have all the more people interested in information and in royalty as such, and yes, I would be really happy. And this would be really great if you did so. If you forgive my stumbling through my English text, because I don't have a text. I don't have notes or anything. I just plapper what is on my mind and what comes to my head. And I hope you forgive me for that and maybe join me and laugh a little. Okay, so that's for that. I hope to see you next time when it comes to the next video, when we come to so what, you know what I mean, and that's the most important thing. So hope to see you. Have a great day and a fantastic week, and hope we meet again soon.